welcome to a game of, well, Minecraft and Minecraft editing. Now, what I'm going to give off the bat, I actually have one map, but I'm actually going to go creating map. And on this map, I'm actually creating towards the whole map city. A city like big enough as the whole map can take. There's some areas that are probably going to be crafting as such. Some are going to be actually tree parks, landscape, everything like that, mountainsides, city houses, streets, and literally skyscrapers. Now, I'm gonna build all a rough draft. Uh, City may take a long ass time. Mainly, it is gonna probably be 100 episodes, and it will actually be pretty hard. I'm gonna write down the same thing. City. World City. If you guys like this video, put like at the bottom. If you got comments, put the comments below. I will reply to comments. But I think the most problem I would have is actually small things. Like I don't know how to build let's say a car. I built planes before. I built rockets before. I built spaceships, UFOs, things like that. Um, I have built all the way up to have like a actual plane in midair, look like it's coming in for landing through the airport. And I built like a creative map. I call it a creative map where I create things and see if I can go back on to see what it looks like. But this is going to be my toughest job. In time, I will actually have more people join me. Anybody that wants to play in my map, well, I'm ready to join me and will actually try to help me create a city. Like any other city, you start off with the layout. Now, layouts are mostly easy to do, and like anything else, when you build buildings or houses, you actually map things out where things have to go, and distance, length, and a pattern. And the best way the pattern actually starts actually making a city is actually blocks, streets, and corners, hallway, back streets, upper streets, bridges. All that consider how the map goes. Now, let's try to figure out where we're at first. I gotta get used to the game. And use. Do me down the corner. Some areas actually have me like close to water. Now I have a point of view, guys. Some areas I would actually demo a whole rainforest and tree forest. Some areas are made of snow. Some are made out of rain and other things. But we try to figure out the map out first. See where the best way to start out locations. Some areas are deserts, which actually doesn't really make sense because if you actually live in a city, most of the city is not actually a desert. But it actually gives you an idea. Now, a city, I'm not going to actually go across the whole map and lay out a whole map. Some cities I will actually probably make a train to the next city or streetway to another city. But 90% of this whole map will actually be a city. Whereas it'll just be a mountainside that I decided to keep in, or a forest that I decided to keep in because one city doesn't have a forest next to it. I don't want to kill the ecosystem. I do not want to change the weather, which I still don't know how. Some people said you can change snow into a forest or things like that by some kind of controls. See, well, the world is literally like a big ass freaking map. Like, how big a person is in the world is like not probably a little smaller than this. It is actually not that big. Let's try to get the map layout, see which way, what area on the map is actually a good idea to start trenching. We will trench roads first and which way the roads need to be. We will actually build the main buildings of a city. Everyone says the main buildings are actually houses and all that, which actually is not. Houses come like straight up, yes, but that depends how many people are actually in the location. And I'm a one-person player right now. So my decision of which house goes first will actually be the main infrastructures. Food, garages, skyscrapers, and other necessities like law and order office and things like that. And then houses. Housing tracks are a little bit more easy to do because all houses can look the same, especially in certain locations. But houses are built around a city, not actually to a city. I'm going down just a little by little. I need to fill the map in. There's a lot more water on this map than usual. Some area of the maps I'll probably skip over, have like a smaller city. Like having a city in the snow and half a city in the forest and another half in the desert is not going to actually be a good idea. Hopefully there's like a big ass land space instead of all the blue. Some people say, I'm pretty sure you guys actually decide and say, um, why not just build a flat surface and have it? But what's the point of trying to build a freaking mountainside? Have bridges. Probably be like 2 bridges. I don't want like 600 bridges, and probably some of this water will actually fill in, depending on what it's like a river or ocean. Some oceans I probably just leave alone because that's way too much filling. Um, yeah, but like I was saying, about to be done. It's a lot of work for one guy. It's probably best to build a city best you can, and then have a travel off of another city and another city. This map is really big. It probably take forever just to build a whole city map, but it never had been done, and I've not seen a YouTube video of Minecraft of people creating, mostly playing survival, and I'm not much of a survival type guy, especially on this game, but I am a creative. I probably built over on that grassland. Built on that grassland, big area grass. This one. See, some little pond areas I probably should fill in. Yeah. Yeah. This would be a good area. Say hello to my location, guys. First area. Grand City. Alright. Put that back in my inventory. Get the most primaries, which is this. I need fire. Fire. Tell you the reason why later. I need main brick. Which I actually, how do you make streets? Mainly you need coal. Some form of coal. It's not actually coal, but coal actually lights on fire, so you have to be careful on that with the fire issue. But always keep the sky clear. When it rains, it's lightning storm and it catches your coal on fire and it spread. But it doesn't spread as much. Best way to do that is put in this on as sidewalks. Now, there's actually a few things. Some people actually said, well, this is how it goes. See, like this and this will actually be considered as putting up ground, like streets up and bridges down. I think it's like this. There it goes. This goes over here. Shit, I hate when I do that. And what we doing is building the infrastructures first. Now, wonderful game. This is why we need a fire. Demoing this takes forever. Like, literally forever. Best way to, if you want to demo a small tree, you start with the stump. Knock out the stump, and the tree will die. But best way to do it, to get rid of an actual whole forest, let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Not recommended for real life purposes. Note to self. Paul, California. And I live in Vegas, and we always get smoke here, which actually is a pain in the ass and pisses me off. And then I find out someone just lit the fires just because it's stupid. Oh, yeah, well, that's it. And the forest spreads like a flea. I'm not kidding, it spreads. I just have to make sure it hits certain locations, certain much. Ooh, meat. I think that when you're actually building a city, it's actually the wildlife the most issue. I said a lot of things are the most issue, but the wildlife is a pain because they like to, when you build a wall, they literally stand right in front of the way you have to build a wall. And it just, they won't move. Oh, you can't light this on fire. What I'm doing is just going around in a circle. Some areas are probably going to survive out of fires, because yeah, there's always usually one tree that survived the fire. It's not a big deal, just go up and kill it. Don't, unless you plan to keep that tree. Okay, I just wait a few minutes and let it spread. That's why it clears out the area. Now, mainly the surface never actually is flat. Usually there's like a hill right here you have to hop over. And it's actually pretty easy, but some areas there's actually a hill, and then there's not a hill, then a hill, and not a hill. See, like, if you come to an area like this, and you find out that there's like a ditch, what are you gonna do? You fill it in with grass first. Alright? Unless your road goes directly between it. Like this. Now, your road can be actually pretty big. I recommend black block, and white block. Like this. And then staggered. I probably should make it a little bit longer so you can actually look above and see the road. And then block. I don't know how big you guys actually do it, but it's your own free will and decision how you want it. And it actually comes out pretty well as a street. I don't know how to build a car. I tried to build a car. Die. Die. Move. 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 Okay. And then corner streets. Now, this is the fun part. See how I did 2 to 2? I go here, 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 and a corner. Depending on which direction. If I want to keep going straight and then a corner off, continue this right through, and then just have a street this way.
Hello 20-year-old looking man.
20? I'm 27. Thank you. But thank you for being young. I think that's an insult or compliment, but I feel like it was a compliment. See? By the way, welcome to the stream. Try and build a city. Literally a city. And then you just continue depending on if you want to... Oh. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why it says that's not right. And then just continue continue this. And then 2. 1, 2. Hate those creepy sounds. Ooh. Chill down my spine. Pretty much. Now some streets you cannot actually finish because you haven't got on that side of the map. You don't have to actually put the road all the way through. You just have to put it where you want it. And what I'm saying by that is actually this. See, this is what we call blocks of streets. Street blocks. Now,
Lol, you look 20 in freaking young as hell, way younger.
thank you. Very complimental. Okay. Now, blocks are mainly locations. See, if you look on your street and it comes to like a corner street, this is called a corner street. Where you turn the corner and continue walking to the next corner and continue walking. You continue walking and it becomes another corner where you turn the corner again. Corner streets are mainly like buildings where buildings build up on those corners. Sometimes the corner is actually a little bit more expanded, like double blocked on every corner, all the way down. It's depending on the street. Some streets are actually longer than any other corner streets. Some corner streets actually take 2 blocks, maybe 3, because every block is considered a mile. No, every block and every 3 blocks is considered a mile. And every corner block holds a next street over, which is a quarter of a mile, something like that. And all these blocks are considered convenience stores and all this and that, depending on distance and width of the corners. And I would just probably build like a skyscraper here and a skyscraper there. Get the ground leveled out first. Always build the blocks first so you can identify how long and how wide you want the area to be. Like I said, this would take forever for as a one player job. Some people want to make their own cities. Well, go out there and find your own city on the same map, which is connected by a street or freeway. Freeways are big. The only mainly don't like this game because it's those circles. But one thing I got, there's a lot more squares in life than actually circles. Because you need like oval, circles, and square to consider making calculate more than you want. That's how you're gonna build a car. Car has like 16 blocks and a couple of circles probably. I built a plane with wheels. Wheels were the most hardest to build. I don't think I needed to build everything like this. See how I fill that in? Now, I actually should have did this way. It's this. Lava and water. Lava first. Now lava goes like this. Just let it flow out. Lava doesn't go pretty far, but and then you just fill in with water. Easy fill, and then you just fill in the block. I did that less than a few seconds, but you can actually pull a lot more lava in and have it just fill them both directions. You don't have to go against the wall. You can actually go like down the middle. That's why it spreads down like the side and so on. But note, this right here, this area right here, and if the lava is touching it, it will not count. It would not count. Lava doesn't spread as far, like I said, but the water actually spreads farther. So all you have to do is put in minor locations.
Uber.
Uber? I think I heard that one wrong. Sorry what it is, because what you're gonna do is later on I'll show you. Oop, don't want that wrong. Alright. It don't matter about the lava. It gives me light. Let there be light. And then you just demo the streets like you want. I will show you how to go up a hill. I probably should show you how to get up a hill. Let's go over here, because there's a hill right here. Now the hill. The wonderful hill of hills. Now, what you do is these cola blocks.
It's Big Sis Kitty.
Hello, kitty. Welcome to Minecraft, the World City. That I'm building. Ish. I'm showing how people build it. Oh, dang it. I did not need to do that. Is this. This is right here. I know if you don't have coal halfway, but it's actually pretty easy to put that as coal. And it's actually really hard to see. No, I need fire spread. Oh, hello, Fox. Star Fox. I thought you were all kitty. Oops, my bad. I probably should put it on without trying to go to that section. So you guys can still see my 20-year-old face. Hope you guys do like the stream. I actually try to please everyone. And then you just, oop, that. You just continue on with that look. And slowly build ramp up. Cars don't really have wheels. You can actually, if cars, you can figure out how to build them. I'm not sure how wide the streets have to actually generally be, but yes, that's a prime example how it should look. If I figure out how big the cars are, then I will actually put the cars in. But once I'm done building a city, and it's best not to be on the streets then. The first two layers of white will actually be black coal. And then you skip, 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 do two, skip two, do two, skip two.
Be right back.
Alright. Oh, this is odd. Now, you come to the point of math. I consider these blocks 4 by 4 by 4. I kind of went on to my own YouTube because of so I can see the chat room. I don't need to actually hear my own voice. What I was saying, it comes to the point of the math. Now these blocks are like 2 by 2 by 2 or 4 by 4 by 4. I always go by math on this. Pretty easy to figure out by math. Now, this is the problem. See how this is off? And this over here is actually even. No? Off. Off by 1. Probably why I screwed up. No? I did it right. It should be by 2 by 2. So I kinda did this wrong. I'm a little bit off by 2. Oh, no, I needed that. And this continues this way. I don't really need to worry about what it looks like on the... Alright, come here's the prob. Like I said, the streets don't really need to be how long, but I think I screwed up by not thinking of the actual blocks. And then it just fills in. Boop, boop. Uh-huh. Do-do. Haha. I am a genius. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. Corner street. Whatever direction, whatever. Alright, what was I saying is actually, let's show you guys how the actual, let's get rid of, let's get the main blocks. Now, I don't know about buildings. Some buildings are actually made out of brick. Some buildings are just made out of siding. Or some buildings are just smooth with stucco. I thought it was fiberglass, drywall. But you don't really actually have drywall on this. You can actually do the white stones like I had. You can do these right here as making your buildings. But I'm going to just show you how to actually build a skyscraper and build up and with corner doors, hallways, and back alleys. No, okay. I don't know. Mainly, a building is actually built out of just 2x4 lumber. All the skin and the skin. Everything's filled in, taken out, and replaced. Like, let's say we build a window. We demo a wall. We build a wall and fill in the window. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to say the wall starts here. And it just graduates in and back. And then this way. Oop. And then back in. See how many squares are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is pretty good, even number. Cool. Now I did 3 here? 3. So I just copied the layout over here. 1, 2, 3. And then back up. Now I don't know about skyscrapers. Some skyscrapers, if you watch them how they build a stairwell, stairwells, and the main column of a building, like a main block wall that goes all the way continuous up, and they did a frame off of it. That wall is generally the front or the back wall or the main stairwell, which actually holds the elevators and other criteria. They bucket in, frame upwards, and into it. Now, let's see where the stair is at. Now, since it's an even number, I'm pretty sure this is the center. And it got it going in, got it going in. Some walls are actually too high up, too down low. But we're going to actually build it this way. This is actually the main wall, the infrastructure building. Now then is actually the stairwell upwards, and then the stairwell up. Yep. And then these are upwards again from the hallway. Oop. Now I don't know how high the skyscraper has to be, but I'm gonna actually show you guys how high it has to literally be on each floor. And that's the fun part, because some floors you actually wonder how to get lights in the ceiling. You'd be surprised how big the building is on the outside and how small it's in the inside because of that reason. They got all the plumbing, they have electrical, they have everything that's up in that ceiling, and it actually does not show on the next floor over. And they continue that up. Now what we got it at is actually pretty much of a good floor, but we need to go up a little bit more. Nope. I have to do that, huh? What we do is this and this. Tricky as is. Some people actually have fake elevators. I'm gonna do that too. This is just a reference. You don't build it out of actual brick. It just looks that way because how I have to build it right now. This is just a quick reference of how to build it, and so on and so on. And then it's the next floor. Yeah, that's about right. Nope. These are the columns. There they are. And these go all the way up, depending on how many floors you want. Support beams. There you go. That was one of the columns. These actually hold the actual whole building up. If these go, then mainly the building loses infrastructure and topples. But they're also reinforced, so don't have to worry much on that. Alright, let's build these up. These go all the way up. All the way up. Now, don't worry, the bottom ground of your interior walls are not actually made out of grass. So, the floors and the walls, they're not made out of grass and brick. So you don't have to worry. I'm just showing you how a building will actually be built as such. This building is obviously not a housing building, like motel rooms or anything like that. This is probably going to be a building of how small it is, depending on, it's probably a business building. A business building, I should deduct one side of the stairwell, because the business building has a main stairwell and elevators stored in to get up to high floor. And I probably should deduct one side of the stairwell and put elevators in. But the columns mainly have to stay because they're actually the main column system. And that's not going to work out well for anybody. Boom, boom, boom. This is actually part one. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a million other parts. But, yeah. Sorry. I thought someone was messaging me. I guess it just a message pop up. And I'm almost done. This goes all the way up to, I have to tell you guys, yes it does, because it's the outside of the walls. Outside of your city wall, skyscraper wall. And they go up. Let's keep that open for now. Let's deduct the stairwell in, since it's not actual one. Actually, no, that had to go all the way up, doesn't it? Yeah, that goes all the way up too. This goes out. All the way down. Alright. Here is the elevator, guys. Now, the elevator, you don't actually need to build an actual elevator. No, you don't really need it. I should move it over. The elevator can have multiple floors of the same elevator. Now, what we're going to do is deduct these two. Yes. See how the two right here and two right here? That actually will help. And then what you do is build this wall in. Because elevators don't have windows. And that's why. Ah, damn, that goes all the way up too, huh? I don't really actually have to fill it in all the way up, but it's probably best to actually make a point. It's like a small door, and each floor has the same doors all the way up, and the doors look like elevators. So, and what you do is just like build an actual doorway, like that. You put a button on the wall, on each side of the wall to open the door, and it acts like an elevator. Now the elevator actually doesn't have anywhere to go. It's just an empty room mostly, and then you just have like a floor. But I will show you how to build a floor. Now what's over? We need square glass. We need a candle, and we need what was it? White? Nope, that's not it. Ah, that's it. That. Haha. Yeah. Yep. And off the first floor, what you do is depending on your height. Now, if we go right here, yeah, wood, wood. Shit, I cannot say that word for some reason. Don't need that. Still was way too close. What you do is actually stop it. You stop it. And then what you do is inside, you put brick. This brick will actually false flooring. This is not actually the actual flooring of the next floor, so don't get your hopes up. Alright? Now, since we have the layout like this, what we do is like one right here. We build all the way through, and right here at the wood, we put glass. Alright? Then we put candle. And then we fill it in. Like this. Alright? Now, down below, it will actually make like this, which we call the skylighting flooring. You can do 2, you can do 3, you can do a high hallway of 1. Any which you do, since this is actually a little wider, we put right here, and then all the way down. Glass, and now candle, and then brick right above it. Delete, 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 delete. You can do this from down below. You don't have to actually do where I'm at. I'm just making a point to show you guys how it should look. The flooring actually will actually turn out pretty well. Oop, I forgot to put glass. And glass. Ceiling, pretty much. You can actually do double height of the floor, the next floor up. We actually go like this, depending on how high you want your ceilings. Oop. Nope, I need to put that there to make a point. Stupid. Oh no! There you go. You have it on the next high up, guys. You don't actually have to have it. You can actually pick how high you want it. and somewhat. I probably should do this right here. And you can actually have your own thing. And you can actually have it up a little bit more higher if you wanted. Or actually the same height I just had it. It's up to you. You can have it up this high or you can have it up that high of your actual ceiling. But the problem is it's a stairwell. Stairwell person actually have to have certain distance downwards to be able to walk in. See how the stairwell looks? Go down, main door. Some people actually have multiple doors just to make a point or some kind of whim. Nope. Nope. Kind of put that in the next spot. Double doors. Double doors. Okay. Well, I don't know how to, I probably should do it. Put it up this high, guys. Oh, put it up that high. And this has to be moved over here, but yeah. And that's how it works. The ceiling actually goes all the way up and the next floor goes up to it. Um, that's brick. And this is floor. This is the next floor. Next floor up. Oop. Alright. That's how it works. And then the floor continues all the way in. Oop. I hate when I do that. I put the wrong item up just because it looks the same. Now since this wall has actually disappeared now because the stairwell. Stairwell disappears and it disappears. Yeah. This becomes an actual wall. No, it actually comes to another stairwell. Yeah. Why am I screwing myself up? Next goes up. Cool. Gotta stop doing that. I'm actually back here. No. No, that's right. See, that's how I keep the main columns. It looks like it's off. Oop, no, that's right. This demos. And this is actually the next lighting. And this turns to glass. Alright. Boo 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 boo. And that was it. Now it turns to wood. And right about here. Yep. And then it's actually right here. 2, 2, 2, 2. And it continues over. And then you just do the same all the way through the rest of the building. Broadcast may end. Okay, whatever. If the broadcast does end, I actually been over like an hour, I think, doing this with you guys. So I'm actually making good time on this. If not, then I'm actually lost track of time, and I'm very tired because of it. Now, I don't know about you guys. Some areas actually like a little tricky. Some areas you like to have windows. Let's say windows. So some windows are actually parallel all the way up. Booyah, window. Some windows are actually like let's say cross. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna leave this one because of the way I have it blocked. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Parallel up, and then whatever. I think I no, I put it on the right side. Aha! And then this continues up by the 3 layer of flooring. You don't have to actually have it, but this I consider this actually empty space. And then this next window up. Next window and next window and next window. And it continues up. When it comes to like a floor like this again, what you do don't have the doors. You just build all the way up. Oop. And then it continues over through. Like that. And then it gives that illusion that it has a window. Do, 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 do. And then it films over. And then another elevator door. The elevator door will actually have no floors, but we always have actual ceiling. Now the ceiling is the same way, but it's actually a little more tricky. Actually, you know what? It's actually the same way. Let's put it the same way. And it actually has like a lower ceiling though. The elevator has no entry. And then we just put like that and glass. And then we just fill in. And then the next floor. Now the floor doesn't actually have to be brick. Soon enough, you want like a floor made out of, let's say, actual flooring. But your flooring can actually be anything you want. You can actually put up in how many more floors you want it. But if you want to have like lighting like that, like I just shown, that's how it goes. Oop. And then it just glass. Now we just merely fill in. Yeah, that works out great. And I just punch holes where I want them on this side of the building. And that came out good, guys. I keep the elevator on one side, don't I? It's not a big building. I should have made it a little bit more bigger. Let's put a window here, window here, window here. Nope, of course. I guess I was right. It's a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's good right there. Now let's come up to same level 5. The walls just continue this way. Oh, no. I got that one wrong. And then punch holes. There was a window here, then two, one, then two. No, two. Oop. Get pretty hot in here, huh? And then how many floors it depends how many you want. You can this building I probably put it like at a 4-story building. And it gets really high as 4 stories up. So you guys gotta learn how to circle around that. Now I'm gonna actually show you how to get the back streets going before I hop off anything like this. Let's get this going. And then yeah, that's right. I only need these two. Now the streets I'm gonna keep going through. Like sidewalks. You don't actually have back alleys as sidewalks going to the back alley. This all stays as black streets. The actual main streets. Now, you may have another building that's starting like right about here. And the ceiling, the walls all the way through. Alright? This is called a back alley. A back alley is just randomly blocked. The sidewalk continues all the way through, but the back alley has no sidewalks. Where garbage dumps and all this, garbage cans and all this go. All black all the way down. Now some streets actually have small black alley go, and it turns into a street. Like a. This guy's supposed to be leveled out. And ooh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Why am I putting glass? I didn't notice it until it was too late. And the black alley just goes around. All the way around. And it continues all the way through. But all this area right here is actually comes to like a dead end. Or you could have another street coming out to back into the main street. Which it probably would do. Sometimes it can go right behind like 6 buildings or 2 buildings, and maybe just go around 1 building like this I'm doing right now. Back alleys have fire escapes also, which I'm actually may build. Fire escape access and fire escape doors. Probably I should get over there and show you. Now fire escape doors actually have like a random door every area. I have just like a strange door in the back alley. It says exit only. And that's exactly what it is. I should put it over here with better less windows. This is like the exit only door. And the fire escape, since that's on the first floor and the fire escape actually holds on the second, we're gonna have a stairwell going all the way up to each door of each floor. This is like an exit door for some reason. Fire escape doors. It's usually hidden or usually in actual strange ways. Trust me. I saw like been in a skyscraper building, and you actually walk around and go in the back room and all this, and there's like a door sitting there. Your idea is sitting there and you're thinking, huh, what does this door go to? It doesn't have an exit sign and it doesn't have any knowledge, but it has a lock on it. Well, I imagine it doesn't have a lock on it, but it has a thing that says, "Do not open unless in emergencies." No, what? That's actually good enough as an exit only sign, don't you think? All right, and you're sitting there thinking, "Huh? What does this go to?" So you start to think, maybe I should just check it out or ask somebody. Move. Get in that hole. Get in that hole so I can kill you. I don't want to set a fire where I'm. Thank you. Fell right back in. You'll ask somebody. Oh, that's the fire escape. Really? Yeah, it's because I did not think that because the rooms were actually so small and so narrow that you have to go through 12 doors just to get to the fire escape. And then out to the actual street. Probably should build this back. You don't need actually there anymore. And it actually was strange, and I thought nothing of it. So I said, huh, cool. And walked away. Ah, soda. Always tastes good when you're actually drinking more of it. Now, I think I should expand another big city, skyscraper right here. The streets are like a little bit too small, as I consider a block. A block is like big, but a main street is probably just a quarter of a block, and then it goes to public streets, which actually this is probably like a public street length, where the street turns and there's a house, 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 and then another street, house, 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 house. It's about like 7 houses before the next street over, and it does that. Now let's try to figure out how to build a stairwell, emergency exit stairwell. Now, emergency exit stairwell, you don't actually have metal besides the iron bars, let alone have ladders going up and down on it. You can have ladders going up and down it, but if you do the actual emergency exits of skyscrapers on it, they literally have emergency exit fire escape indoors. People would probably take the main stairwell like I just have built, but since it's on the exterior, I don't have to do much. Let's get this and the ladder. Ladder. Where is the ladder? Alright. Now, the ladder actually goes right next to the doorway. And then it stops. And it continues up again on the other side. The ladder actually is a safe mechanism, but people actually don't know it. And then it continues all the way down. The mostly the metal the iron gate. It's actually pretty useful, but yeah, right here, and then it continues to, which actually the block wall is not wide enough. Oh, they have block walls actually on the outside more like this. So, tell you the truth, you actually I'm doing pretty right here. And let's get this all the way up. There's a door. Yeah, there's a door. And then it goes up again to another floor, which is just probably like this. And then there's a door here. And then there's a block wall this way. Then it continues all the way up like this. Stops and then comes out. Like that. And this continues all the way around. And it continues all the way down. I don't know. Was the next floor? I probably put it too short or too high. I probably should have canceled out right here. Till I find out how high is it at. But I know it continues all the way up right there. And then it continues how you want it. It staggers each floor, it staggers everywhere. This way when a person tries to escape, they just go down that ladder. And then down this ladder. Oh. I didn't put that high enough. Should stop it right there, huh? So when a person actually comes down it, and then slowly down this. Down to the exit. Usually people actually use this fire escapes to actually climb up too. But they actually, on every fire escape, they actually stop it like right there. The reason why is because the person can actually survive by jumping down like right there. But a person needs actually another ladder to jump up, to get up there. But the rest is all the way up. And if that's the fire escape, guys. It just filled in for another skyscraper area or building. Some buildings are, and like New York City, are actually like business, and then it cuts off, and then it's actually apartments above. A lot of business, fast food places, and convenience stores are like that. Hmm. Oop. Deal with that. That was getting me annoying. And then it continues all the way up. Booyah. And I don't know how many floors, like I said, but it gets there. Yeah. This is why I said it would take a long time, guys. A really long time. You always build the streets first. Which I probably should continue this through. I probably should leave this as a straight run. Let's get the black coal. And white. Continue this way through. Now you don't actually have to demo the whole thing. You can actually just put green, and later on you just fill in what you want. Let's say if you want a wooden flooring in your place, you just build the interior walls. You don't have to worry about the actual brick wall. And then you just put like your flooring in. Some floorings you can actually decide if you want to go half wood. Oop. That has to be same as the walls. And then wood. wood flooring. You don't have to demo all the areas because some areas are like underneath or actually just filled in. And then you just continue on through. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. Now we just have like a no layout building. Say this one goes all the way through. And it continues all the way back. Cut that off, yeah. And I have it turned. Let's have this as like a back alley, part of the back alley. And this continues all the way through. And this goes this way. Some people actually can go in the back alley and they be like full skyscrapers before the next turn. I don't know how it actually works in New York City because I've never been in New York City. But yeah. Some buildings get really big, guys. Say building is actually a complete square. Completely a square. I'll just flatten it. Failed done. Brick. And then the back alley continues all the way through. There's another building. Some buildings are actually attached together, which I'm actually putting in this one over here. See how it turns right here? And continues all the way through because this is another side of the street. Some streets are actually very long and some streets are very small. Kill that tree and kill this tree. And a tree will die soon enough. Okay. Some streets are like connected. See? If let's say this street, like this building right here, actually stops here. Small skyscraper, but yeah. And we'll say there's like a door here. Also, something like that. A small door or a single door with 2 windows. That will do. And then and this continues all the way up. I'll get rid of the leaves. If it's actually attached to any form of wood or concrete, it'll last a lot longer. If they're like floating in midair, they would actually dissipate and just disappear into those. Those are crumpy things. And those will just pick up and then you just delete them out of your inventory. And then there's like another building that's attached to it. Since now it looks like my ground's actually. Oh no, it's gonna be leveled out. Let's level that out, guys. Let's add the corner street right here, and continue all the way through. Probably should light it on fire again. Problem is if it's too close to the pole, coal catches on fire too. Just by the heat, well, I might catch it on fire, so you guys gotta be careful on that. I'm not kidding about heat. The heat will automatically catch it on fire. It could be like separated that far away or so, and this will catch on fire. That's why I hate lava on some points. But yeah. And then we actually have this coming up. Be leveled out all the way through. And then there's like a street right here. Corner street. Starting to get dark again. Oop. And that's how it works. This continues over through. That's white. Now some streets are actually like have lower ground. See how this is actually turning up to the next floor up? I'll actually have the street go up, but some streets I'll actually keep down. What I do is actually have like side blocks like this, and they actually have like a block wall, and then there's another ground leveled out with dirt, and then that's the next street up. Streets will go actually like a hillside and continue going through. This is not actual flooring, guys. So don't get excited. Some will actually go like that, and then sidewalks go like this, all the way down. But right here, I'm going to definitely have to level out the ground. And I'm going to have to keep that, don't I? What was it? This one. And this one. Going up. And then next floor up. One. You can actually go a little farther out like this. And then go up one. It's up to you. I probably should do that right there. And then this up. And then it's all black. Since I went 2, I probably should go to 2 also. Yeah, that's right. Don't know why I did that again. Thought it differently. And then continues on. That's why I have like a distance that looks like the hill's going up. And have to have it pretty big, but you don't have to have it small. And then 4. Same with this side. See how that goes down and it goes up? I probably should have kept that the same, but nope. Two, three, three, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oop. And then street goes up back up. Some areas you want to keep as like a main floor building. And then you just skyscraper this up if you want to keep that as like a main wall to the street. It's up to you. But I will show you guys how it will look more and more I added to it. But it's actually getting late for me and I'm actually very tired. So what I'm doing is actually ending this video here, guys, broadcasting video. Now I actually will continue on tomorrow of Minecraft World City with me, Drake. If you guys have a nice day. Alright, see you. Bye.